Hey everyone, this is Anna Alexander, and I wanted to give a little review, talk to you today about Falcon and Winter Soldier. So I know you're saying, Pumpkin, that came out and finished 2 weeks ago, you're a little late. Yeah, I know, I was moving, and as things happen when you move, life and time ceases to exist on the plane that you're familiar with. Kind of like WandaVision. But I'm here now, and I wanted to talk to you all about it because if you haven't seen it yet, hopefully I can encourage you to check it out. Why? Lots of things. So first, kind of let me go back to WandaVision a smidge, which was it was the first great experiment by Marvel to have something drawn out over 6, 7, 8 episode arc. And it was weird and it was different, but it was still somewhat familiar, so you kind of went along with the ride just to see what they would do next. When Falcon Winter Soldier is very, very, very familiar. It's storytelling in visuals the way that we are used to. So on that front, you're right back in the heart of it where you remember. Very comforting. But it also does have those moments where we're able to see just a little bit more. We're able to see the day-to-day of Sam's life. We're able to see Bucky trying to reconcile who and what the hell he is and where he's going to happen and do in this world. So on the one hand, that is a bonus. But side issue with that is if you thought WandaVision was a slow burn, this is a slow burn. And because you don't have those quirkiness of what WandaVision was bringing as it takes place in different sitcoms, you were forced to ride out that slow burn until about end of episode 2 into episode 3. Then it starts to cook along and you're along for the ride. Other thing about this series is that it is, holy crap, timely, life imitating art as it would. The sad thing is that it could almost always be timely with its discussions of race in the United States, race in the world. So that hand, it's very depressing that as a society we have not come far at all in how we treat people who don't look, sound, or talk like us. It's very disappointing. But it also shows you how important it is to recognize and embrace our differences and treat each other as human beings and not as things. So for that front, it provides a very good message that I think everybody needs to see and hear at some point in time. So that is why you should check out Falcon and Winter Soldier. Besides the kick-ass fight scenes, the fight scenes were great, and we got one in at least almost every single episode. No expense was spared. No expense was spared in the telling of these stories, which is fabulous. We also get Baron Zemo. To those guys, whoever came up with that little tidbit, mwah, mwah, excellent. It was excellent. What else can I say that was so great about this that I really enjoyed? Now I know. Big thing, big takeaway for me is I am a Captain America stan. Steve Rogers is my guy. I remember in Civil War when I read it and he died, and that was horrible. It was horrible. So I was very apprehensive when I saw at the end of Endgame that he was passing off the shield, which I knew was going to happen because it happens in the comics. I knew at some point maybe they were going to do it here as well in the MCU. Just who was it going to go to, Bucky or Sam? They gave it to Sam. I'm like, okay, I don't know, because it's not that it was going to Sam, it's that it just wasn't going to be Steve. That was going to be my hang up. And by the end of this, I was fine with Sam taking over the mantle. It felt comfortable. It felt right. You understood what they were going with it. So on that end, they did an excellent job of making someone who was going to be scared of the different okay and comfortable with it, which is, I'm not going to say it's no small feat. But they did it, and I was thankful and grateful for, I'm just glad that I was able to overcome that because they did a really excellent job building it. And that was the great thing about having it be in a series. It took time. They took the time to lay the groundwork to make it all work together. Some of the negatives, it was just a little bit slow in spots because they had time to drag it out. Sometimes it felt really drug out. And knowing that there was the virus storyline that was cut out of it, I wish. Now, as a writer, this is what I understand. You have an impossible task to start with, which is creating a series that's familiar and comforting and going to be enjoyed by the masses. And then you get hit with a pandemic and a timeline that is shortened, and things outside your circumstances change your story now. As a writer, I sympathize and I ache for them having to do that quick spin. On the other hand, we know the story suffered. It wasn't quite as tight as it could. The Flag Smashers didn't have really a whole lot going on. They really didn't have a whole lot going on. Like, you got their point as in they were being treated as other, they were being treated as refugees, they weren't given their fair share or a fair shake even in this new world, and they wanted to fix that. Okay, great, fine. But then because of those fine little phrase of that virus storyline kind of infiltrating in places, it did feel a little but on the whole, Falcon Winter Soldier, TLDR, it was great. If you haven't seen it already, check it out, especially with Phase 4 coming into play soon. Again, whoever came up with that trailer, genius, and whoever decided to put the reaction video in the middle of it, I hope they got a big bonus. I did, because that was brilliant. So, Falcon and Winter Soldier, check it out. You'll also see that I've been learning how to edit videos. So if you like my 2 seconds of whatever, go ahead and give a like and subscribe. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Till next time, y'all.